Welcome, welcome, welcome. I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continuously be in my mouth. I am your host, Brandon Crouch, right here on this amazing network, TBN and JCTV. We're doing it all. We're holding it down right here, but we have an amazing guest. Dr. William Wallace is on the show from Braveheart, right? No. Am I wrong or am I right?
It's just Will Wallace.
Will Wallace.
But I love that. I get it all the time. The Braveheart, everyone that calls me up, they've got a line from Braveheart to quote.
Well, I now have to ask you your favorite line from Braveheart.
You know, I think, God, I hear so many of them. William Wallace stands 7 feet tall, and I get them all. I get them all.
The whole stature thing. That's
Killed
amazing.
50 men. 50. I hear that one all the time.
That's so good. Well, I mean, not only are you kind of in the family tree, but you have a great movie out called Dune.
Exactly.
Tell me about the movie.
Oh, it's something very, very special, and I feel so blessed to be a part of this film. I really do, because it's. I think people are going to have, they're going to have different interpretations of the film, but it's definitely, thought-provoking to say the least.
Yeah.
And moving, and it touches on something that is. I think very important to all of us, and I don't want to say too much on it. But
can you give us kind of like just a little synopsis, like a quick?
Basically, John Schneider, who's a wonderful actor, you would all know him as Bo Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard, and he's on Smallville, and he's also an incredibly talented musician.
Come on.
Yeah, sings one of my favorite songs.
You're going to sing it though, right?
You told me.
Okay, later, but I want you to finish the story.
He plays a drifter.
Okay.
Comes into town, and it's quite mysterious. And his background is no one really knows, and we're trying to figure out answers as to why he's here. And there's Jen Gosden, a wonderful actress, plays a love interest who he meets in the small town. We've got Ernie Hudson, Robert Davi, my good friend Joe Estevez. Some of my acting students are in it. Erin Way, who's on Detroit 187, who plays John Schneider's mom. And
that's awesome.
She's just
so a drifter, and it's kind of the ups and downs, and there's an awesome ending. You
know what? There is. It is got an amazing twist to it.
Okay.
And there is but it's really, really wonderful, and it's kind of something along the lines of an Inspector Calls, and probably. Viewers might be confused by that, but there was a wonderful old play by J.B. Priestley, a British playwright who wrote this, and it's, I think, along those lines, because it's very mysterious who this person is, and you wonder. It's also a little bit like It's a Wonderful Life.
There you go.
Jimmy Stewart movie.
Okay, and you play a character, Tony, in the movie. Tell me about your character. Okay,
Tony. Tony's he's a big fish in a small town. He's kind of the local talent, and he plays guitar and sings in the local bar. And when John Schneider comes to town and is much more talented, he doesn't
like that. Yeah, kind of rain on his parade.
Yeah, raining on his parade, and it leads to a little conflict between the two, and he kind of, I don't want to give away too much, but he's...
So in essence, you're upstaging Dukes of Hazzard, is what you're trying to tell me.
John will love that. Yeah, John, did you hear that?
Yes.
That's funny, trying to, but he's much more talented. And interestingly enough, I was truly singing my heart out, no acting, and everything coming out of his mouth was much better.
No voiceover.
No acting there.
This was all you.
Oh yeah, and I'm singing my best. And then you hear John. He's just incredibly talented. And we, off camera, I told him, one of my favorite songs is this. At the sound of the tone, you're on your own. Goodbye. I just love this song, and it's always moved me. And we had a guitar on set, and he said, "Why don't we sing it together?" And I said, well, you know what? I won't be able to stop. You're going to have to. Yeah. So it just became an occurrence. I think we probably sang it together for everybody maybe 8, 9 times. At one time with the director, he got on stage and we all sang it together.
You got to do it for us.
Yeah.
Can you do it right now?
Just sing the refrain.
Okay.
At the sound of the tone, you're on your own. Goodbye.
There you go. I love it. I love it. We have a trailer right here. Doonby, the movie, is airing exclusively right here on JCTV and TBN. Check this out.
Heard from an old friend that you were coming home. Been 2 long years since you gone.
$10.50 an hour plus tips. Got yourself a bartender.
Could have just sent me a simple little card.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy.
Guess in your heart you have moved on. But I ain't gone anywhere I could see. I still work down at Chevrolet. Twice a week I play cards out with the boys. I still carry a torch for you, but the flame is a deeper blue. Just in case you care, I ain't going anywhere.
Where you from?
Oh, here and there, roundabouts.
Roundabout here and there. Where?
South mostly.
Big place in South.
Yes, it is.
You gotta tell me what you use for aftershave. Because every woman in this town seems to have the hots for you.
Just in case you care, I ain't going anywhere.
If you're just tuning in, that's Doonby, the movie, and can we come out? I goofed.
Okay, we'll pick it up.
Okay.
Do you want to give me a count for that? 5, 4, 3, 2.
If you're just tuning in, we have Will Wallace from Doonby, the movie, right here on the show, and we're so excited. Thank you so much for coming on. Now, tell me more about Doonby, and tell me kind of the Christian aspect of the movie. How does your faith get tied into this movie?
Well, there's definitely an underlying faith message here,
Yeah.
and but it's subtle, and it's, as I said, this movie's going to mean different things to different people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's life changing. You know,
Wow.
It really is. I think, and I'm excited about this. And I know I mentioned the Tree of Life, a picture I just we premiered last night with Brad Pitt and Sean Penn, and I fortunately had a little role in that. Also, underlying faith message and just life changing. And I was moved to tears watching it, and Doonby moves me in that way. There's something that is just very special about this, and it's as an actor, what a blessing to be a part of something like that.
I jokingly say with my friends every once in a while that country music is the only music genre left that we're allowed to talk about being a Christian and it still be cool. And I still think that goes for movies, don't you think? Talking about being your faith being, you know, a part of just your life. And I think in the South that's still very prevalent. Do you think so?
You know what's funny is, for me, I always thought the coolest guys were the Christian guys. I mean, I was a counselor at Kanakuk for years, and just, I mean, I remember during my walk, it was always I just remember seeing a guy who truly loved the Lord, and just seeing, like my wife, she just radiates of joy.
That's
you can
awesome.
see the way, and it just, I'll get choked up thinking about it, and it's,
It's captivating.
I'm so blessed, and it is, and I actually developed so much faith seeing the Lord within others, and not even necessarily when they're preaching it or speaking it, but just seeing it in the way they.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, how can we get a hold of you and the movie? And is there anything else you want to kind of?
Well, the movie, Doonby, as I understand it, and I know there's
also a website for you. In fact, if we can put that up right now.
Oh, for my acting, I have
WillWallaceActingCompany.com.
a bunch of wonderful students. You'll see some of them in Doonby, and they're in a lot of films I produce as well, and I direct. And
That's awesome.
So it's good bunch. I'm very proud of them.
We want to encourage you guys, everyone at home, please go see this movie. Get connected with them. If you go to their website, in fact, if you want to go with me right now, dunebethemovie.com. Right here to the right, sign up for our newsletter. We want you to be requesting this movie in your area. They're also on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Flickr. And there's the trailer and all of these wonderful tools and accessories for you guys to use at home. So please get connected to Doomby. Will, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, Brandon.
Connect with Will. I'm sure you're on Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff.
You know, I don't. Incredibly enough, Twitter no, Facebook yes. There's a acting company site, and I have a personal, just Will Wallace.
If you're looking for acting classes, you want to get connected, you want to meet Brad Pitt or anybody in that world, you need to get connected with him. So go to his website. But thank you so much for being on, and please check out the movie Doomby. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I think so.
It's going to be awesome.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks for coming on. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. You're watching it exclusively right here on TBN and JCTV. Check this out.